Well, hello. Of course, I would not make you wait that long. I would never do that. I just be trying to test it to make sure the thing is running. You know. Hold on. I got to go send some to my sister, even though I know she's probably asleep, but I still gonna send it. I sent it. I sent it anyway, just in case. Hello, afternoon, everyone. Hopefully, you had a good night, or you're having a good early morning. I am unapologetic Tank, being unapologetic as I know how, and getting through this thing that we all call fucking life. Okay, so every day I'm with you. So I have just been, of course, been inspired to get back into this mode of things. So if you would like to follow me on this journey, hit that like and hit that subscribe button today. Okay. Okay, help a brother make a way. Shout out to the do subs. I am greatly appreciative. You know what I'm saying? Like coming back to the ring of it. It says something trying to go back. Not saying fighting for something, but yeah, you're fighting for something. And you're just trying to go to wherever God is leading you. And this is like a part of it. I really want to do something different when I first went to social media. It's really more about um community sexual health, community health, voting, stuff that's needed. But it's always good to stop and get into the nitty gritty, and then things that are just not being as seen. So that is the intro for today. I don't know where that came from. So anyway, thank you for being here. Hopefully I look clear enough. Let me look at the screen. I don't know. Listen, I had to trim. When you go through when you go through a mood or depression, you know what I'm saying? What makes those down moments so needful in life is because when you become happy, you really understand the joy of being happy because you're happy because you've been so sad before, so and then it also is a builder in a way too. But down times are always good times to work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Work behind every time. Everything doesn't need to be made loud. Sometimes you need to just have like a comeback. You know what I'm saying? To just stay silent. Like I say, do the Beyonce. Well, I shouldn't be doing it because it's that David shit case. Goddamn it, the kids and fucked up everything I can use. I was gonna say shush, but you can't use that either because it sounds creepy now. Anyway, again, welcome. That was my good intro. Okay, so now that I am here, um, I want to go over this case. If you have not been familiar with or heard of, this is going to be the first story we're going to run over right quick. Kenlanda Barnes was unalived by her boyfriend in Yazoo, Mississippi. This was recent, a couple of days ago. What got me with the story is, mhm, yes, yes, my YouTube channel over here, okay, over here with us at the unapologetic, non-judgmental church. We don't judge, so you can smoke and drink whatever you like, baby. We got all the sections that you can do that at. Okay, so feel free. But anyway, back to this. The topic right now we're gonna go into is a story about Kenlanda Burns, and she was unalived by her boyfriend in Mississippi, actually Yazoo, Mississippi. So I will tell you how I came across this story. So of course, a lot of people know that I was born in Mississippi, and my brother has sent over in the family group text about things that listen, they keep up to date. Do you know this person and what's going on? And he sent a picture about this mom being unalived in Yazoo, Mississippi, and it's just kind of like wow, just so much going on right now. When it comes just around to just worldly spiritual, it's a spiritual battle, a physical battle, all in one. It's just so, but this story just kind of struck up because it's been so much news lately with domestic violence, crime, and missing women. If you just really been out there into the case, so we're gonna dib into this a little bit. So again, welcome to the stream, and here we go. So this is, I think, we're gonna show this picture. This is the beautiful Kenlanda Burns. Okay, so before I go into the story, to give you a little bit of update, this is what's coming out of Yazoo City, WAPT News. Following a tragic unaliving in Yazoo City, legislators and law enforcement are advocating for measures to combat domestic violence. Let's just say it. In the earlier hours of Tuesday, which it was this past Tuesday, um, Kenlanda Burns, 35, was unalived outside of her home in Willowwood Apartments in Yazoo City. According to Yazoo County, Jeremy McCoy, a hunt for 39-year-old Erwin Barnes began after Burns was shot. Barnes, the father of her children, later unalived himself with a self-inflicted gunshot wound on the side of the Highway 49 after telling the sheriff that he would surrender. And so that was kind of like, I didn't even know that just a moment ago. My brother had sent the story, but I know they had a man hunt out for him. So just rest in peace to both of them. And I hate it even had to go like this. And I really wonder, like, it's so fucked up. But I want to take out into the news story. This was a mom. I just want to say rest in peace and keep you up to date. This is a recent story. And what I understand, it was domestic violence. It turned bad. I'm not sure if she tried to leave, if she wanted to leave or whatever. But this is horrible. Let me go over to this. This is a picture of her. Now, actually, this is crazy. This is the picture that I got from my brother the other day. And so I haven't seen this one on the news actually, but this is her and her children. And this is just so freaking sad. We're gonna go a little bit deeper into the story. I want to give y'all a news clip of what happened, and then we'll come pop back in on this. Thank you for tuning in. If you're here, hit that like and subscribe button.
First tonight, people in Yazoo City came together to remember a mother who was shot to death. The police chief says 35-year-old Kenlanda Burns was found around 6:30 this morning. That was at Willowwood Apartments. There's a small memorial at that site where she was killed. Good evening, everyone. I'm Aaron Pickens. Troy and Megan are off tonight. Kenlanda Burns worked for Yazoo City schools. The man suspected of killing her is also dead. Investigators say he was the father of her children. Tonight, people gathered at that apartment complex for a vigil. 16 WAPT's Brooklyn Joyner was there, and she's live to show us how Burns is being remembered.
Aaron, there are still candles lit up from this vigil outside of her apartment. A lot of people showed up in support of Kenlanda, including her friends, her family, and even her son's football teammates. Pink balloons, candles, and loved ones surround 35-year-old Kenlanda Burns' home in Yazoo City. Here outside of Willowwood's apartments, Burns was shot and killed by her child's father, 39-year-old Erwin Barnes, on Tuesday.
She's not even here with us now. And as you can see, the crowd behind us, how they showed up in numbers.
The tragedy leaving members of her family, including her sister, with a hard reality to accept.
But she was the sweetest soul, goofy, would love to feed anybody. I'm talking about all the kids love to come to her house and get the snacks.
Grove said Kenlanda Burns and Erwin Barnes were once in a relationship. Yazoo County Sheriff's Department said after Barnes killed Burns, he ran away from the scene. They searched for him for hours, and while on the verge of being captured, Barnes shot and killed himself near Highway 49 in Pocahontas. Grove says this is not the first time Barnes showed aggression to Burns. She said to protect her children and herself, Burns ended their relationship a year ago.
So she did leave. And she talked about how he was steady trying to come back around.
This tragedy now motivating State Representative Fabian Nelson to find answers. He has close ties to both deceased parties and has spent his career pushing legislation to prevent domestic violence. He said soon this case will be given to the Domestic Violence Review Board.
In this case, they will look at the whole picture. They will see where there are complaints filed in the past. If there were complaints, what happened.
Burns is survived by 3 children. She was also a cafeteria lady with the Yazoo Municipal School District. They extended their condolences, describing her as someone with a warm smile and a very helping hand. I'm live in Yazoo City, Brooklyn Joyner, 16, WAPT News. Back to you.
Now, I'm gonna say this. No, I rest in peace to definitely Kenlanda. My condolences go out to her kids. But Erwin, you a pussy ass. You man. You ooh we. Because what the fuck? What the fuck? This is a problem. Like when a motherfucker say no, they mean no. It is so simple, right? I'm gonna say, let's do this, okay? Hey, no. Period. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is why you in a situation a lot of times you gotta take it to violence and put your hands on somebody. I know emotions are strong, but it gets me that you went out this way. You know what I'm saying? You took a hardworking mother, and you could tell she was loved to look at the crowd. Like everybody just kind of shocked, and like her friend said, or her sister said, my condolences go out to her too. Like she was saying, like, she did leave. And this happens so much. It's just not as magnified as other cases and stuff like that. But I just feel so bad for, you know what I'm saying, this young lady that was taken too fucking early because Aaron didn't know how to control his feelings. Or Aaron didn't want to see you with nobody else. So it feel like one of those things like, you know what I'm saying, if I can't have you, nobody else will. You know? And even after leaving, you're still in danger. You know what I'm saying? But he's the father for kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck did we get here? How did we get here? And as you could, I just heard when I just went to go just like get an update on the story because I knew he had ran. He's already unalived himself. Did he take the easy route out? You know what I'm saying? Was it something wrong? You know, what was it? Just so many questions there. I would love to, to hear the backstories of this right here because this is so sad. It's so sad. How do we get there? But this is the last part of him. Of when I got the research, so this is the next little news clip I have found. Check this one out.
Authorities cleared the scene along Highway 49 where police say that the suspect accused of killing a Yazoo woman died. Yazoo City Police Chief Terry Gang says that Erwin Barnes shot himself. Police reportedly got a tip that Barnes was possibly in the area right around 2:30 this afternoon. Multiple agencies were stopped along the highway looking for Barnes all day. And according to officers, he shot Kenlanda Burns at the Willowwood Apartments in Yazoo City. Chief Gann also says that this was a domestic violence case.
Kenlanda was very sweet. I mean, I'm not just saying this because she's not here with us, but when I tell you she was very sweet, she was very sweet. She'd give you the shirt off her back.
According to the chief, there was an arrest warrant out for Barnes earlier this month. The Kenlanda's family and friends tell us they were hurting and believe that this could have been avoided.
The Yazoo City Municipal School District released a statement on social media about the loss of Kenlanda Burns, reading in part, quote, "The Yazoo City Municipal School District is deeply saddened to share the passing of one of our beloved team members, Kenlanda Burns, a dedicated cafeteria employee who served our students with care and kindness. Ms. Burns played an important role in our school community, and her presence will be greatly missed," end quote.
And there you have it. That's the story. And it's sad, man, because this shit happen all the fucking time. Ladies, I would tell you this coming from a man, a gay man at that. I know men because I'm a man. Okay. Listen, certain things are not necessary. Sometimes I just be wishing that, no shade, nothing like that. It's just like as if I was a big brother or if I was like a cousin or something like that. I really wish that sometimes you could just take off the blindfold and see a nigga for what the fuck a nigga is. And just understand this: if it's ever to a point where it's any type of control, is not cute. Like, control at any gesture, any amount is not fucking cute. It's very much of a red flag. It's not yellow. It ain't a little beige. Definitely ain't green. Ain't never been blue. It's not a. It's a red flag. Um, Lying in the beginning or manipulating and you finding out about it is a red flag. Again, it's not yellow. It's not a little beige. It's not. It's not white. It's definitely ain't blue. Ain't never been purple. It's a red flag. Okay. And take when you get large amounts of money, you know what I'm saying? It's not saying anything else, but you ain't never got to tell your left hand what your right hand motherfucking doing, bitch. Okay. Get your gun license, bitch. Know how to protect yourself. Take self-defense classes. Like, you're a woman, especially when you out there and you by yourself. Rest in peace, Kenlanda. And you by yourself and you have children. I'm gonna go back to the screen. And you have children, whatever. Especially when you have children, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be, and it's sad because you deserve protection. I mean, you deserve protection. Any woman deserves protection. And I think that's why I'm such like a hound and a beast about my best friends, because a lot of them are single women. And a lot of times, these days niggas really see what they can get, what the looks and stuff like that, and they don't want to cater and actually get to know you. And I always say, if a man, like, he's not ever aggressive, and he likes to read a little bit, he's aware of who he is, he love his mama, he love God, he got a little freak in him, he can be well open with you, and he can listen to you. He actually listens to you. He takes note. He's interested, because men do what the fuck they want to do. So if he's not doing it, he just don't want to do it, baby. And if he's aggressive, he's manipulative, and you find this shit out, move around. Because eventually, those things that are red flags, that shit motherfuckers find cute, bitch, you grabbing me and roughing me up, telling me to get somewhere, bitch, that shit ain't cute, ho. The fuck? I'm grown, bitch. Don't let no man do that shit to you, babe. The fuck? Don't do that. Okay? Kick that bitch in his motherfucking nuts. If he ever think it's cute to, jump at you or nut at you, or to, tell you that, what I say, bitch, and let me tell you this. No shade, no tea, once again, because I love everybody and I'm just not like that. But, I don't find girls calling daddy cute. I don't. I meet, even in the gay community, they got this thing about saying, "Oh, daddy." For me, if I get a boyfriend, I ain't gonna never call that bitch daddy. I'm sorry, I got one daddy. His name Willie. If it ain't Willie, I ain't calling no other motherfucker daddy. His daddy, he better be God, my Father up in heaven. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom. But bitch, I'll never call you daddy, ho. I don't get people. I don't. It's no shade. I get it. It might be cute to some people or whatever, but I don't know. It's just, I'm not calling you daddy, ho. It's weird to me. I get it. It can be cute in moments, I guess, but I'm not excited about calling you daddy, ho. And especially because no motherfucker daddy that ain't never paid no car note, ain't never did nothing your daddy could do. If you did have a daddy, if you didn't have a daddy, it's not your fault, because a lot of times people don't know how to be appropriately loved. You know what I'm saying? Because they haven't been loved appropriately. Anyway, that was it. I wasn't even gonna stay on that this morning, but rest in peace, Irwin. Um, wherever you wake up with your eyes at, yeah, they said you was a sweet person. I know that. Um, but Irwin, wherever you are, wherever you go, I really hope that God allows her spirit and her ghost to daily, weekly, throw bricks at your spiritual nuts, and it actually hurts. hmm But just praying for the family. And again, this is Kenlanda Burns, and yes, that's so sad. So, all right, moving on. Um, let's get out of this right here. Let's get out of this right here. So again, if you're watching, hopefully you like this? Do you like this? Okay. If you like this little dude, okay, I'm black. I'm black. Mm, I'm black. I'm black. Black. I love being dark skinned. You know what? At first, I didn't like, you know, myself growing up. I used to, I hated being so dark because I was darker than everybody else. It was in my family, it looked like I was the darkest. And I just, you know, I didn't know. And I think right around in my late 20s or whatever, it just really dawned on me when it came to that era of everybody wanting to have the melanin, because for a long time it was always, light skin or whatever. But it's stupid. But I'm so glad to have grown into the love of the ambience and the enjoyment and the joy it gives me to be black. 'Cause, bitch, I'm black. I'm black like motherfucking that. Collard greens, cornbread, Mississippi, Georgia, motherfucking black. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, round the way, Memphis, Tennessee, North Memphis, black. Bitch. So black, my daddy name motherfucking Willie. And yes, wherever he laid his hat was his motherfucking home. Black. All right. So let's go to this next story. I want to go to this next story. Okay. Hope you're having a good time when you're here. If you're watching this on playback, this is like one of the premium things you get to see, okay? Okay. Hopefully it's clear on your end. Okay. This is a full, thing. All right, so welcome. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like. Okay, we are here. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. We are trying to get the views up and trying to hit the like button and stuff. Y'all know how to. You know how these folks on here be saying the shit. I'm a little older, but we here. Okay, so this next news story is going to be about, which one are we doing? We're gonna do being kidnapped. Okay, all right. So let's go this. All right. So, okay, this next news story is about a woman in Maryland. Okay, I live in DC, so this is really close because it's the DMV, right? So I seen this news story the other day about, and it's so weird because I've been watching this weird ass shit lately, all this other shit, news and hunted stuff. And I have in previous times I was kidnapped for a moment, and I know other people that were kidnapped. Mine was more domestic, but whatever, kidnapped. So anyway, this woman was kidnapped while she was on vacation, bitch. And it gets me because my question is, I've never been outside the country. Okay, I have never been outside the country. I would love to go one day. Will I go right now? Hell no. My fear is I might get over there. They might either beat my ass or killing me or put me in jail for being gay, or I won't be able to get back in. So, but yeah, so let's check out this news clip. And then, in the comments or whatever, check out this news story. She was kidnapped on vacation. Check this out.
A Maryland woman says she was drugged and kidnapped on vacation in Africa and barely escaped with her life.
She's just gotten home, and tonight she shares her story with Bob Barnard.
I don't know what happened to me. Just know I was trying to fight. I was fighting for my life. A grown-ass man. I was fighting for my life. You know what I'm saying?
We met best friends Mika and Queen at Mika's home in Montgomery County. They just got home Tuesday from what was supposed to be another one of their adventurous week-long vacations, this time to Tunisia. That's in northern Africa.
It was traumatizing. Like, even here, like now, like she got her own house, I got my own place. We stayed together. Like, we still scared because it's like, I don't even know what happened. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if y'all...
Mika says this past Saturday night, after returning from a club, she was drugged and kidnapped from her hotel after going to the lobby to get some tissues.
The next thing I remember, I'm in the back of a car, and I just start opening doors. I start panicking. I'm opening doors. I'm trying to get out.
She says a man was behind the wheel.
He's trying to pull me back in the car. I'm yelling, help, help, somebody help me. He's covering my mouth. That's where these scratches is from. He punching me all right here. I don't know if he thought he was going to knock me out, but I kept fighting. It was nothing. It had to be angels or something with me for me to... It's a grown man. He's punching me in my face, on my forehead, and both of my eyes. He's punching me. So I'm like... I just kept thinking I gotta get back home to my kids. Like, I just gotta get back home to my kids. So I just kept fighting. We're fighting. He's hitting me. We're gonna blow for blow. He's hitting me. I'm hitting him.
Queen was back at the hotel, the Penthouse Suites Hotel in Tunis. This is from its website. She says they were less than helpful.
And I'm running around the hotel looking for her. And like, bro, y'all want to tell me where she is? Like, what's going on? What's going on? And they started telling me like, oh, she left with this person, or she left with this person, or she made a friend. And I'm like, how can she make a friend? She doesn't speak these languages.
Mika has 2 black eyes, scrapes on her arms, and other injuries. She was able to get away and frantically make it back to the hotel.
All I could do was like go and try to get help and go downstairs and beg for help and beg for help. Like, please, y'all help me. She was hurt. Please help me, please. I have videos. They're like walking away. They like, this didn't happen here. We don't know what you're talking about.
They called the U.S. Embassy in Tunis and were soon met by embassy staff and local police. Mika sharing her story on TikTok and Instagram.
They really tried to kidnap me in Africa. I feel like they never expected for me to come back. I was not supposed to come back to that hotel. I was supposed to, whatever plan they had for me, God had another plan.
We've reached out to the State Department, the Embassy of Tunisia in Washington, and that hotel in Tunis, but haven't heard back from any of them. If we do, we'll let you know.
Wow. Absolutely fucking wow. Listen, I don't know about you. This is one reason I'd be so fearful to go outside of the country, because this happens so much, but just wow. I'm so glad that they okay. Sis, whatever the fuck you are, sis, baby, I swear, I don't know. Like, could you sue? Like, my question is, could you sue? Can you sue the hotel because maybe it was connected? I mean, how could she find out who had her? It's another country, but she, it's a blessing. That was God. God has another plan for her life. Like, no lie. Like, I see nothing else but God having like another plan for her life. Cause bitch, I'm telling you, like, be careful. This is why when you go outside the country, you know what I'm saying? Don't, I mean, clubs and stuff like that. I mean, maybe, but bitch, if I ain't rich, we are going sightseeing. We going sightseeing and we going back to the room. Bitch, we ain't going all out. I don't know these people, ho. We can go sightsee. I can go to the club at home. They doing the same. They doing the same dancing that we doing there. They doing the same boogie and joogie and woo wooing the same way, honey. They just got a little different sound to it, but I could imagine. The views is beautiful. We're gonna stay in the room, safety. You know, for real. Like, and then it's 2 women traveling. And I always say, if like travel with, I guess, like a man, like a travel with a man, or either when you go in places like that, if you got bread, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't going though. I'm a broke hoe, so I could even talk about going over there. I ain't going over there. I ain't even planning, ain't booking. I ain't even got a agent, honey. I don't want to go nowhere, and this is why. Okay, we're gonna watch this one more time. Then we're going to the last thing. If you are here and you got to see this, you are more than welcome. And I want to remind you to hit that like and smash button. Let's check out this one more time. A piece of this, and because I just want to make sure it's running. Hello.
A Maryland woman says she was drugged and kidnapped on vacation in Africa and barely escaped with her life.
She's just gotten home, and tonight she shares her story with Bob Barnard.
I don't know what happened to me. I just know I was trying to fight. I was fighting for my life. A grown-ass man. I was fighting for my life. You know what I'm saying?
We met best friends Mika and Queen at Mika's home in Montgomery County. They just got home Tuesday from what was supposed to be another one of their adventurous week-long vacations, this time to Tunisia. That's in northern Africa.
It was traumatizing. Like, even here, like now, like she got her own house, I got my own place. We stayed together. Like, we still scared because it's like, I don't even know what happened. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if y'all...
Mika says this past Saturday night, after returning from a club, she was drugged and kidnapped from her hotel after going to the lobby to get some tissues.
The next thing I remember, I'm in the back of a car, and I just start opening doors. I start panicking. I'm opening doors. I'm trying to get out.
She says a man was behind the wheel.
He's trying to pull me back in the car. I'm yelling, help, help, somebody help me. He's covering my mouth. That's where these scratches are from. He punching me all right here. I don't know if he thought he was gonna knock me out, but I kept fighting. It was nothing. It had to be angels or something with me for me to, it's a grown man. He's punching me in my face, on my forehead, and both of my eyes, he's punching me. So I'm like, I just kept thinking I gotta get back home to my kids. Like, I just gotta get back home to my kids. So I just kept fighting. We're fighting. He's hitting me. We going blow for blow. He's hitting me. I'm hitting him.
Queen was back at the hotel, the Penthouse Suites Hotel in Tunis. This is from its website. She says they were less than helpful.
And I'm running around the hotel looking for her. And like, bro,
I swear to God, I be trying to find me a lawyer, Ben Crump, Jasmine Crockett. Look, get everybody. Look, even at this point, call everybody. Maxine, everybody, bitch. And you know what I'm saying? I was just saying a minute ago on the last story. I'm so glad that bitch can fight. Real talk. Like she said, they was going blow for blow. Like if you in a situation and you in a fight for your life, bitch, I'm fighting you, ho. Bitch, it's no holds barred. All bets are off. Whatever I can grab and get to, I'm stabbing you. I'm trying to stab you in the eyeball, through your neck, through your back, bitch. I'm trying to split your motherfucker spine in half. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you can't walk or limp or do nothing. I'm whatever. You know, and you know, it's like she said, it was God. Because like she said, he was, and look at her face. You know, and in the hotel, they wasn't helpful, bitch. It was a plan. They was in this. The hotel was involved. The hotel was involved. No lie. Shit fucked up. Finish this out there.
I want to tell me where she is. Like, what's going on? What's going on? And they started telling me like, oh, she left with this person, or she left with this person, or she made a friend. And I'm like, how can she make a friend? She doesn't speak these languages.
Mika has 2 black eyes, scrapes on her arms, and other injuries. She was able to get away and frantically make it back to the hotel.
All I could do was like go and try to get help and go downstairs and beg for help and beg for help. Like, please, y'all help me. She was hurt. Please help me, please. I have videos. They're like walking away. They like, this didn't happen here. We don't know what you're talking.
Listen, that's why I had to listen to this again. Because it's the weed. I had to listen to this again. I want to make sure I'm soaking this in right. Because look at them. Look at it. You see this? How they turn around like they don't know what's going on. Like what? Like kidnap? I mean, no. I mean, you were in your room the whole time. It's made up. They were a part of this shit. It's a ring. And this is why as Americans, we have to be fucking safe when we are traveling outside the country. And I mean, 2 women alone, baby, never. No. I mean, listen, I'm a man. Listen, a gay man at that. And me and the friend girl, we still can go. And I know we gonna fight. We gonna fight to the death hole. They gonna know we was there. I ain't lying. They gonna know. You know, they gonna know. Thankfully, you know what I'm saying, they knew about you too. You was not that. You fought. Bitch, that bitch became Mayweather real fast. I mean, it was Mayweather and Pacquiao all over again in that back truck. Get survival. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I'm glad you're okay. Wherever you are, boo, I'm glad you're okay. But yeah, don't no more. If you go out of town, go in a large group and don't go to no clubs. And if you go into a club, have like a private section and see if it's BYOB, bitch. I wouldn't even be drinking that motherfucking liquor. Cause I don't know. Because that is very common along there with people that go outside the country get kidnapped. So yes, that was that. So all right, let's get out of that room. Okay, we are riding good. If you are here, I have took off my Erica Badu. I have took it off. I have took it off. I had to take it off. You know. Mm-hmm. Take off my Erica Badu. Cause when you get the shower and you smooth black. I ain't got that much hair. I got a little bit. So you gotta make sure you're smooth black. Use Vaseline. If you are black and you're dark skinned, my advice to you is I'm 37 years old. Look at me, bitch. Okay. I'm still holding on by the grace of God. Vaseline is your friend, okay? Good old Vaseline, good straight up cocoa butter on the stick. Listen, it's gonna keep you good and well. Okay, so hopefully you have hit that subscribe. You are enjoying yourself, especially if you're doing a playback. I was gonna do like a call-in line. So now I'm gonna try to go in earlier. I might come on later and do like a call-in line. Okay, where people can actually sit up here and come in and vibe in on the conversation. I get the idea from my sister Gigi. So yeah, if you see the messy sweet spot, go over there and hit a subscribe and let them know that her brother Tank sent the church members over there to send some love for her. She's a beautiful person. Okay, so as I'm doing this, I want to do one more little section. One more little section. I want to do a flashback story. All right. So welcome to the flashback story. This is your flashback. So going through some things, I enjoyed for me in my youth. Okay, for me in my youth, I enjoyed the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s of growing up. Because it was a lot simpler. I can remember days where we actually had to be a family and sit down because we didn't have cell phones. So we actually had to talk and engage and actually interact and actually be involved in stuff. I remember like days in high school sitting around with classmates laughing and enjoying and learning things. We had a history teacher. Damn, what was his name? I always remember Mr. Mac. I remember, damn, man, he stayed right down the street from my mama. I don't know. But anyway, it's good old days. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, if you had a phone in your car, like a phone with the cord on it still, you was rich. Okay, you was considered to be rich. If you, listen, it was the good times. Like, we had good times, okay? Anyway, doing a flashback, I used to watch these old TV shows. Like, I was a old TV show fanatic, right? I loved Dan Rule, the Oprah, Jenny, Ricky, Jerry, even going back Gerardo. It was just a lot of old shows, like shows that like in like real talk, like going back, like even like watching shows that Farrakhan was on and stuff like that, and just like segments. It's so powerful, to see how those times was and how engaged we were as a people. And I think we've got comfortable. But anyway, I'm going to a whole nother thing. God damn it. Fuck. Shit. Shave my face, don't know how to act. So anyway, this is our flashback. Check this flashback out. Listen. Let's see what y'all think. This happened, I guess, a while back.
Our first guest, for example, the sweet lady is Barbara, who hails from Texas. While driving through the desert with her husband, their car broke down. It left them stranded.
Now listen, before we get into this story, it's our flashback. Now this is back in the day. Now when we listen to this story, I really want to know. Please hit like, subscribe, and I want to hear your comment. Do you hear this story how I'm hearing this story? Check this out.
Stranded for 10 days with neither food nor water. You are such a lucky lady. I'm so glad you're on our program. Now, you had just visited your children. You were driving back to your home.
Yes.
What happened? How'd you get lost?
I was en route from New Mexico, Clovis, New Mexico, which is a little over 200 miles. I made a wrong turn, and when I went down the road, I began to realize that things didn't look familiar. I had not been on that road for 4 years, so therefore I thought maybe something had changed. So I made the wrong turn. I had a dead battery due to blowing the horn and turning on the lights. The tread was off the tire because I got stuck in the mud and we had to gun the motor trying to get out.
So describe this area where your van is now stuck.
It's an abandoned wilderness. Dark at night, no lights. Soft, sand-like, where even if you stood in it, your feet would just sink right in. And the one tire was embedded and looked like it was some sharp rocks or something because the tread had come completely off of one tire. And of course, we said we had no water in the van.
So you had very little food.
Yes.
No water.
No water.
Okay, and you kept a diary.
Yes.
Why don't you start reading?
So I tried to use the lights and the horn. I have a CB, and that was out because of the broken antenna. There was no life seen except for a black big bull. And this big bull came up, and he stood there for about, seemed like to me, 10 minutes, but I know it wasn't that long. He stood still and looked at us, and we stood still and looked back at him. Finally, he turned off and went to the side and left us, thank God. And my hubby and I both saw that. So a lone cowboy, his name was Kent Clark, he was out there. He discovered us on the 10th day out there. And then I caught the rain in the ice chest.
So it rained one day and you had ice chest?
Yes, one day.
And that's how you got your water?
Yes, and I had to catch enough water for 2 people, and that only lasted one day. And after that, I began to find water along the side of the road. And I was so delighted with that I'd get a little bottle, just enough for that day, and I'd drink as much as I could so I wouldn't have to carry it. My husband is in a wheelchair. He's 88 years old, retired Baptist minister, and he's a diabetic, and he has heart problems, high blood pressure pills, and therefore you can't give him insulin when you haven't had any food, so therefore he did well. He lasted 6 days on water only.
What happened to your husband?
My husband died in his sleep.
Oh.
Yes, on the 6th day. Oh. See, he was only drinking water. So I was hoping if we had been discovered 3 or 4 or 5 days, we could have came out of this together.
So you're all by yourself?
Yes, I was all by myself. So I began to venture a little further because I knew that I didn't have to be assured of coming back to take care of him. So I would go off, and when I went to the Peace River, I don't know how many miles that was, I was too weak to get back. So that's why I had to sleep out all night, and that was a terrible ordeal. Frogs and everything, making so much noise you couldn't sleep.
So the cowboy finds your van, he finds your husband.
In the wheelchair, and he called ahead on the radio to tell them that there was a dead lady somewhere out in the area. He couldn't find her yet. So that's when the helicopter was commissioned to come, and they found me. When the helicopter came by, they came down low enough where they could look me in the eye and wave to me. If they hadn't have done that, I thought it was a mirage. I thought it was a big bird, and I was trying to fan it away. And,
you thought it was another vulture?
Yes.
Oh, honey.
And it was them, and thank God.
How about that?
Pictures really look bad.
Your story of survival is so incredible. Our only agony, our pain, our feelings of sorrow are with your husband.
Yes.
You know, he left, he fought the good fight.
Yes.
Good man, I bet you miss him.
Yes, I do. In fact, our anniversary was the 25th of August, 7 years, And my birthday was that day, so I went to the cemetery. And it just took me back a little bit more.
Thanks, honey.
Okay. 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 I'm gonna have to play this one more time. Um, because now this time when we go through this, we are going to stop along the way because this story to me, that even though this is an old story, yes, we all know it's a old story. I want to go through this story because I want to know. I really would like to know in this flashback moment that we're having. Um, not only how much was the insurance policy, not only that, not only that. I want to know how, again, because see, the story went real fast because now she explained how she was in the desert for 10 days with no food, no water, with her husband, and he died in his sleep. He was a minister at the church. She believed in God. See, when you start off with God, I question this shit. I question because see, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. White people back in the day, they was doing this stuff for a long time. They knew how to kill their partners and baby get them good insurance policies, and they knew what to do to get away with it because it was just what it was, and they knew how to go up and keep the wealth going. Somebody had to, you know, take that L. And this story right here, if it's true, I apologize in advance because it is bad. However, she said all they had was water. Let's do a little research. We're gonna go back and listen to the story. Okay, hold on, because this got my pressure up. We almost at an hour. Welcome to the flashback topic section. This is what we are doing. A flashback. If you are here, thank you for being here. We're gonna do a little flashback. Let me see. I want to run this story. So this is called. Hold on. We gotta go and see. I'm gonna do a little research in the middle of this. So while I'm doing research, let me do this while I'm in the middle of research. Hold on. I'm gonna do this in research. We're gonna replay this. Okay. We're gonna replay this. This is a good morning healing session. Okay. Okay, good old shit. And then look at this. Now this is what we used to watch back in the day. Okay. We're gonna stop. Check this out.
Our first guest, for example, the sweet lady is Barbara, who hails from Texas. While driving through the desert with her husband, their car broke down. It left them stranded for 10 days with neither food nor water. You are such a lucky lady. I'm so glad you're on our program. Now, you had just visited your children. You were driving back to your home.
Yes.
What happened? How'd you get lost?
I was en route from New Mexico, Clovis, New Mexico, which is a little over 200 miles. I made a wrong turn, and when I went down the road, I began to realize that things didn't look familiar. I had not been on that road for 4 years, so therefore I thought maybe something had changed. So I made the wrong turn. I had a dead battery due to blowing the horn and turning on the lights. The tread was...
Okay. Hold on. Said she had a dead battery. Okay, let me see. I want to know about this story right here. I got to know about this story because I'm researching right now, y'all. I'm researching because I want to know. She said she was blowing the horn and blinking the lights. Now, if you stuck in the middle of the desert, why would you be blowing the horn and blinking the lights? She said she had caught a flat. Did she not have like a spare? Right? Now, from how it looks, they Christian people, I know they got a nice ass car, especially when driving across the country. You got a spare tire. What was the spare at?
off the tire because I got stuck in the mud and we had to gun the motor trying to get out.
So describe this area where your van is now stuck.
It's abandoned wilderness. Dark at night, no lights. Soft, sand-like, where even if you stood in it, your feet would just sink right in.
Okay, so one thing I can say is that I took a drive. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, about me. I took a drive from Phoenix, Arizona to Houston, Texas, right? And we had to go through like this stretch, and when I tell you, like, it was beautiful, yet kind of creepy, yet scary, but yet beautiful. Because one thing she is saying is like these long stretches of just nothing, sand, mountains, desert, like real deal, like desert. Um, I'm trying to see where's the story at. I want to know. I'm trying to find the story, but yeah, and it was desert. So she does have a point that yeah, that actually, actually could happen in a way. But I'm looking for her specifically. I typed in Geraldo's story, like where she was on here. Um, hmm. Now the thing is, she said that her husband died. Rest in peace, minister. I know you are in heaven singing in the choir, but it seems a little fishy of how this happened. I just want to know what happened. And then all that time frame, like one of your kids or like whoever you live from try to make contact with you, even if it wasn't cell phones, because I don't know, I gotta see what year this was. Somebody said that it was somebody saying it's like 1998, I'm thinking. Um even if you didn't have a cell phone or nothing like that, like you know, wouldn't somebody be like at least have like a lookout for you saying, hey, they never made it home, they are answering the call? When somebody drive up and down the street within that 6 day, 7 day time frame, because they should. They should. They should. It's a lot of questions. But anyway, let's finish this.
And the one tire was embedded and looked like it was some sharp rocks or something because the tread had come completely off of one tire. And of course, we said we had no water in the van.
So you had very little food.
Yes.
No water.
No water.
Okay, and you kept a diary.
Yes.
Why don't you start reading?
So I tried to use the lights and the horn. I have a CB, and that was out because the broken antenna. There was no life seen except for a black big bull. And this big bull came up, and he stood there for about, seemed like to me, 10 minutes, but I know it.
Hold on. She had time to write. She had time to write. It was a bull. The horn, it was deep saying you had time to write. This is giving. Bitch. This is giving premeditated. Okay. This is giving. Let me tell you something. Like they say, everything that glitter ain't gold, and every Christian don't know the real God. Okay, listen, he's giving premeditated. I'm sorry. How do you have time to write all of this? Does like nobody care about them enough to like say, Mama and Daddy ain't made it to the house, like, and I ain't talked to them in like 5 days. It is only like a 10 to 12 hour drive. Like, no, bro, so wrong.
It wasn't that long. He stood still and looked at us, and we stood still and looked back at him. Finally, he turned off and went to the side and left us, thank God. And my hubby and I both saw that. So a lone cowboy, his name was Kent Clark, he was out there. He discovered...
I'm sorry. said, who? Who? Oh God. I did not mean to laugh like that. It's just taking me away. And your husband still died. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm alive doing this. I'm so sorry. Oh, they didn't tickle me. Wait a minute. Okay, she said Ken. She said a long cowboy. Oh, I gotta go to bed. Oh, I gotta go to bed after this shit. Wait a minute. Okay, she said a long cowboy. So we want to make sure we get everything right.
Covered us on the 10th day out there. And then I caught the rain in the ice chest.
So it rained one day and you had ice
Yes,
chest?
one
And that's
day.
how you got your water?
Wait. If you were stranded and you was lost, you know, Jesus, they said sometimes Jesus would send you a boat. And a lot of times people don't understand when the boat is time for you to get on that boat so he can save you. He sent the bull. He sent Jesus himself, and he sent a lone cowboy. And you the only one made it out. And you said this like you skipped too fast, ma'am. I gotta go do research. You were from day 6 to 10 real fast. Oh, y'all, I'm so scared. I gotta get off this shit. I gotta get off.
Yes, and I had to catch enough water for 2 people, and that only lasted one day. And after that, I began to find water along the side of the road. And I was so delighted with that I'd get a little bottle, just enough for that day, and I'd drink as much as I could so I wouldn't have to carry it.
And along this road, my God, today, because we got to bring God to this because she brought God first. So I'm fighting her with her power. I'm fighting on her turf. You telling me along this road, along between the major, got to be places because you're traveling. You even to the point where it's water. Now, mind you, how is this a desert and there's water? See, this story. She said it was a desert, right? They got stranded in a desert. She said along the road it was water, and she gathered the water to drink the water, and she didn't see no other cause for 10 days. And her husband died on day 7, I think. We don't know when the husband died, but the husband died. She the only person made it out. Kent Clark came by, the bull came by, Jesus came by. She even wrote a whole book doing ma'am. This is premeditated. Oh, okay, wait a minute. We're going to one more time.
My husband is in a wheelchair. He's 88 years old, retired Baptist minister, and
rest in peace. Rest in peace, sir. Rest in peace. Okay, rest in peace. Okay, rest in peace. Please, I mean, I know that God used you for 80 some years, and you was in a wheelchair, and I'm not sure if she was tired of taking care of you. But my spirit is telling me that Mama was tired of taking care of you. Mama said and had a peace talk with God in the middle of the desert, where the cars passed by on the road just a mile behind y'all. And she said that the car was stuck in the sand and she got lost on this drive that y'all always take. And I think you became a innocent victim in the middle of that, you know, that travel time. And she was tired and she had no help and all the kids was far away, and she's telling us that this was just this miraculous thing that happened along this major highway and no one could find y'all, and she was still finding yet water in desert places. So we know God is real because your wife was finding water in desert land. You hear me? And you still took the blow. And I mean, she said both of y'all got to see the bull. Now she didn't say you got to see King Clark. Now she didn't say that. She said, but it was a lone cowboy that came through there as well. And that they still didn't save y'all. And I'm on your side, deacon, minister, elder. I'm on your side. And I shall wear a crown. I shall wear a crown when it's all over. I'm going to put on my robe and tell the story how I made it over. Mm, 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 mm. I'm going to put on my robe and tell the story of the desert land. Oh, soon as they find my body. Oh, long. Soon as they find my body and wheelchair. Okay, so rest in peace, bro. But something is fishy about this case. Something is fishy. The fuck what y'all say? But this is my flashback. Let's finish this and we're gonna go on. I had to stop and say it because we had to take a moment in silence for the brother. He deserved it. Y'all know some fishy with this damn story.
And he's a diabetic, and he has heart problems, high blood pressure pills, and therefore you can't give him insulin.
Listen. We already played this, so go back for the full one. This is the stop and go. Listen to what she's saying. I just said a minute ago, didn't it? We listen to this again because I know it's a weed. Have to listen to it again. She said that he had all these health issues. I just said this. He had all these health issues, and she said he was sick. And I just said she was tired of taking care of him. All the kids had moved far away. She was tired. He was in the 80s. He had this wheelchair and shit. She was tired. She sat there in the desert and she wrote and she talked to God, and she let the lone cowboy God send by a bull from the Bible itself out of Deuteronomy, honey. And she sat there and she wrote letters. And you know how God is on her side? Probably because she ain't even go to jail. So she probably, this was just what she felt like she was meant to do. Now, I don't know what God she served, but still, to me, if we serve the same God, it still need to be justice for the elder. You know what I'm saying? Listen to this shit.
And when you haven't had any food, so therefore he did well. He lasted 6 days on water only.
What happened to your husband?
My husband died in his sleep.
Oh.
Yes, on the 6th day. Oh. See, he was only drinking water. So I was hoping if we had been discovered 3 or 4 or 5 days, we could have came out of this together.
So you're all by yourself?
Yes, I was all by myself. So I began to venture a little further because I knew that I didn't have to be assured of coming back to take care of him. So I would go off, and when I went to the Peace River, I don't know how many miles that was, I was too weak to get back. So that's why I had to sleep out all night, and that was a terrible ordeal. Frogs and everything, making so much noise you couldn't sleep.
So the cowboy finds your van, he finds your husband.
In the wheelchair, and he called ahead on the radio to tell them that there was a dead lady somewhere out in the area. He couldn't find her, yet. So that's when the helicopter was commissioned to come, and they found me. When the helicopter came by, they came down low enough where they could look me in the eye and wave to.
Okay. So you're saying that on about the fifth day, the end of that night, the fifth day, you decided to go wander, right? After you had wrote letters to God, the board had came by, the long cowboy, the cowboy came by. Now your husband didn't see the cowboy. Now you knew exactly when the cowboy had came by, and you do days, and you got stuck in this other place because you're older, so you had to been that far. And for 3 or 4 more days, he was a diabetic, and you knew, and so he immediately. How did he think you was into somewhere dead? How did he know that? Because your husband was dead when he found him. So did you leave the letters there saying? See, this is why I can't go down this rabbit hole with this shit right here. This don't sound right. He come in here like, what I'm saying, in this story right here. They know it went deep, but we're gonna finish up there. We're gonna be out of here. Thank you for being here. Tap in, rest in peace to the elder.
Me. If they hadn't have done that, I thought it was a mirage. I thought it was a big bird, and I was trying to fan it away. And,
you thought it was another vulture?
Yes.
Oh, honey.
And it was them, and thank God.
How about that?
Pictures really look bad.
Your story of survival is so incredible. Our only agony, our pain, our feelings of sorrow are with your husband.
Yes.
He left, he fought the good fight.
Yes.
Good man, I bet you miss him.
Yes, I do. In fact, our anniversary was the 25th of August, 7 years, and my birthday was that day, so I went to the cemetery. And it just took me back a little bit more.
Thanks, honey.
Okay. Before I get off of this is the last thing. So I'm thinking that they've been together. I really should have been listening. I should just really sit up and listen to the story. I mean, I'm shocking myself right now with this. Like, the fuck? Bitch, did you just say you was married for him for 7 years? Just 7 years. 7 years. 7. That's it. And you, if you are a wife, right, and you truly, truly love your husband, would you really, really get off the main highway and leave your husband after day 5 of being so-called stuck, abandoned? And you kept on saying, well, I kept on finding water on the side of the highway and no cars. Thank God for him. He gone to heaven. Ma'am, let me tell you something. I know you. I know what you indeed. You know what I'm saying? You got away with it. Bitch, I ain't gonna say shit. You know what I'm saying? Because who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can take note, or, know what not to do. Because in this day and time, honey, because back then, baby, it's nobody that was watching that TV screen that could have seen the story and not went and investigated her. Baby, and when she said 7 years, it's giving insurance policy. It's giving God's graces. God has blessed me at the bank. Okay. It's giving, I'm abundantly blessed in wealth, honey. It's giving, he made my enemy my footstool, honey. It's giving, all debts has been paid through God. Okay. Okay. It's giving, woman, thou art loose, honey. Okay. That's what it's giving. All right. So anyway, there was that story I found off Gerardo. Oh, I went 10 minutes. That's really, really good. Yay, I went good for that. Okay, y'all, let me get back to this shit. Shit, god damn it. All right, y'all. Let me go back up in here. Get out of that room with that feloness. I'm sorry, not felon. I mean that good woman of God. All right, and that was our flashback. Hope you had fun with that one. So yeah, this old school stuff like I like to watch. So give you some stuff I like to sit around and watch. So anyway, I hope your what's today? Bitch, what is today? I don't know what the fuck today is. Today is Thursday? Thursday. I think it's Thursday morning. So I hope your Thursday morning goes so well. Um, you know, understand this, like I'm gonna tell you this, it is okay to take a break from people. Okay. Listen, people say, excuse me, Lord, excuse me. Ooh, got a little gas, Cletus. Listen, it's okay to take a break from people. It's okay to go on do not disturb for a few minutes. It is okay to gather yourself and like not give a fuck about nobody else's world, because at the end of the day, when you're one of those people that I think you are, if you're like me, okay, them motherfuckers put their phone on do not disturb for you all the time. You know what I'm saying? They don't answer your call half of the time. Okay. So you being that good hearted person that always answers your phone and always is there and is always trying to provide an extra way. Understand. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for you to do this shit too. Because you have to regather, right? You have to regather. It's okay. You have to regather. Like it's necessary for you to rest, hit reset, um you know, think, you know what I'm saying, gather plans, like make sure that you have things that are in place that you need to have in place. Adulting is hard enough, you know what I'm saying, and sometimes you can have just people around you that don't understand like what you're going through or even want to add value, because sometimes, listen, when I have been in situations, okay, recently, motherfuckers didn't give a fuck. Okay, they didn't give a fuck. And it's not saying it's nobody else's fault they didn't give a fuck, but I just get to the point like when I want to detach, I detach. I don't give a fuck how a person feels or anything like that, because nobody gave a fuck about me when I was out there. You know, and when I want to pop back in, I'm allowed to pop back in because I'm an adult and I'm allowed to do that. Now the thing is, if it's someone like, yes, this that you know for a fact is your ride or die, you know, like, you know, whatever immediate like blood or whatever. So, you know, of course you gotta, you know, hey, tap in like, yeah, I'm here, whatever. Get that. But just regular basic people that just, you know, don't add any value, but just kind of just, you know, not need it necessarily, but they really don't add. It's okay for you to be like, hey, not right now. You know what I'm saying? Take your Superman cape, take your you know, the Batman shield or whatever. Take this shit off. Put this shit in the motherfucker closet and say, I'm on break. And you didn't got to make an announcement. That's what's so great about detaching. Okay. Social media is enough. Life is enough. The world we live in is enough. You know what I'm saying? You got to really be out here now. You got to be praying and just fasting and just, you know, trying to reboot. And then on top of it, on top of us being as black people, it's not only just that part. It's like being black too. You know what I'm saying? But you're not just, it's not just for you. It is moving in as unit. I think it's every day. Take time out for yourself, because you can't really do shit for nobody else if you can't do it for you. You know what I'm saying? You can't do shit with a glass that's half full. Cause guess what? It's still half empty. You gotta wait till your cup is filling over. Whatever the Bible say. When your cup overfloweth, okay, the shit that flow on the outside of the cup is for them. But if your cup, even if it's a little bit above half, bitch, don't share it. And sometimes I have to learn that myself, because when I go through shit, and it's hard, the economy we live in, you know. Shout out to all the black women who are just making this shit work, because it's really going unnoticed of how many women in our country right now, black women, have become unemployed, you know, and yet just still walk with this ambience and this resilience of saying, I can do this shit. This shit is amazing. Black women birthed earth. If you study spirituality the way I studied, if it wasn't not for a black queen, earth would not be here, you know. And so like to see more recognition of that, to see more where we can do things to build more of us up. It's people. But it all starts with you on the inside. You don't go nowhere else to start on you on the inside. Like, inside, fix your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas should control a goddamn emotion. Bitches should control a goddamn emotion. If it does something is wrong, baby, you got to go back. I had to learn a long time ago that I would never ever be controlled by no dick, no nigga, none of this shit. None of this shit. You can't control me like that. Okay. Eartha Kitt once said, she said they asked her in a relationship, what do you compromise in a relationship being Eartha Kitt? She said, honey, why would I compromise? She said, why would I compromise myself for someone else? Okay. If you cannot take me as I am, compromise what? That's the problem. Don't compromise. You gotta compromise. No, the fuck you don't. Know what you want to do. Loving you, like find out what you want to succeed with. Like it's all like for you. Because when you get with someone else, it's not like, okay, well, they're gonna give me my plan with my no, bitch. Okay, you still came to this earth alone. I love like good couples. Like I have an aunt. She's a an icon in my family. She's a matriarch of my family. And her and her husband have been married for like 30 some years, I think. Okay. And you know how their marriage lasted, bitch? I watch. I don't say much, but their marriage lasted because not only of love, but because they push each other's dreams their whole marriage, their whole lives. I've seen my auntie, like, she loves jewelry, she loves clothes, she loves selling, she loves design, she loves, hair and shit. You know what I'm saying? So my uncle, you know what I'm saying, he pushed everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I gotta buy this. I'm gonna make sure every Fleet Mark setting up all her racks to make sure she can really like push whatever she wants to do and selling that. And then for what he wants to do, she did the same thing for him. I'm gonna make sure I got this for him. He wanted it. Okay. So at the end of the day, you don't have any resentment because you really got to live out your full you. You know what I'm saying? With someone. You get what I'm saying? And that works because, like, you don't want to be with somebody, bitch, 5-6 years old. What? You get out of road and say, "Oh, I should have went to nursing school, or I could have been did this, bitch. Why the fuck didn't you?" Because at this point, it's gonna be your fault. It's gonna be your fault. Point blank, period. Because you had an option. It's your world. It's your world. You had plenty of time. You had plenty of option to get your ass up. It ain't that much love in the world for you not to be able to succeed the way you want to succeed. It starts with you. Okay. Well, I want to do this right here. I'm just gonna wait until I get to a point. One thing about me, I've always been the type of person where sometimes it ain't safe. I get that, but I've always been that bitch. I could jump off a bridge. I move anywhere by myself. I don't care. I trust myself. I love myself. I know how to be safe. And I love that quality about me. And I don't need no man for it. I fell off my feet, of course. But I know how to work, take care of myself. The good thing I don't have any children, anything like that, But me being a single man, I'm not scared to move nowhere, do my thing for me. But I love me so much. I think I'm ready for a relationship now, which is crazy because I haven't been in a relationship in years. But I'm not jealous. I think I know what I want to do for me. I'm centered inside of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with me. You know what I'm saying? Financially, I want to be strong. One day. But for right now, like, I love me so much. Like, bitch, whatever come, it come. If it don't, bitch, it don't. If it don't, it don't. I don't get no fuck. If a bitch pretty to me, let that hoe be pretty. A hoe go over there. They got more money, go over there. They got a bill, go over there. Keep on going over there. I don't get no fuck. Okay, baby. I love me so much. What you want don't bother me. If you don't want me, baby, it's fine with me. And I ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna chase you. Like, I don't care what's in your phone. I'm not a phone person. I don't give no fuck. I'm too old. I'm too old, baby, to wonder what's in your phone. Why would I wonder what's in your phone? I don't care about what's in your phone. I ain't lying to you. I don't care. I don't care what's in your phone. Keep your code. Keep it. I don't care where you at. I don't need your location. I'm so sorry. I'm not that type. Okay. You need, and I don't need that. I trust you for you. Yep. I got shit to do. Mm-hmm. I gotta go do something. Yeah. Yeah. So I see, you know. Hope you have fun. What are you doing? Okay. If you like it, all right. How can I support? All right. I don't need your location. I don't want to see you in text message. I don't give a fuck. So, they hugging you. Oh, okay, then that's so nice. If a bitch come say, I fucked him. Oh, okay then, baby. Hope it was good. I don't care. I'm too old. Too old. And then on top of it again, I love me. I love me. So love yourself. Trust yourself. But it's a daily thing. Like daily. Right? Daily. I don't know why I said that, but anyway, you see this. That was my little rant about whatever. So anyway, thank you for being here. I don't know why I went into that ramble. But anyway, you can hit like, hit subscribe, join the page. This was a full run again. Just being inspired about different stories. So again, rest in peace to all of the victims and all of the women that deal with domestic violence. Baby, I love you, but get the fuck up and go. If he is jumping at you, it's not cute, baby. If he is holding your phone and telling you, oh, he got to go through your text messages and he getting mad, it's not cute. If he's stalking your page and watching every like, it's not cute. If he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, it's not cute. Anything, it's not cute. Okay, that's a red flag that he will beat your ass. That's a red flag. He is going to beat. That's your red flag. Okay, how good no dick is. If he's smacking you upside the head, no, that ain't cute. It ain't cute. Because, now, some things happen sometimes, some relationships. I get that. But I tell you like this. If anything calls, always be able to defend yourself. You'll want to be able to defend yourself. Like I said before. Bitch gets, I don't give a fuck. Okay, you better know how to. Real deal. For real. Fuck all that. Fuck going to get your nails did for a motherfucking month. Or get your hair did. Fuck this shit, bitch. I be natural, honey. Can I find the women that was over there on in Wakanda with them stick things? I want to train with them for about 2-3 weeks or a couple of months. Learn. It's all about that. It is good and it's healthy for you too. Stretch your legs. Know how to do that, just in case some shit jump off across the. And you gotta fight, bitch. Start running. Snatch that wig off. Learn how to run. It's less weight. Take the shit off. Be ball like this. Okay. Be ready. Shit. Fuck that shit. Okay. You don't need all that goddamn extra shit. Save your money. We in a recession. If the motherfucker can't take you natural anyway, bitch, go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't getting paid to be pretty like some of these other bitches are, why do it? We ain't gotta keep up with them hoes. Keep your money in your pocket. Fuck that shit. Fuck them hoes. Shit. You take a break, you'll look prettier because your body can actually readjust. You actually look proud. You actually look good. You just need to heal up. All that cake, the motherfucker makeup, the wig shit didn't ate you up. You got to let your body rejuvenate. Take this shit off. Shit, learn how to kick your leg. Learn how to whoop a bitch ass. Punch a bag. Go running. In case some shit jump off. It's black people too. We got to make sure we ready. But it's still though. All this domestic violence going on. Y'all getting your ass whooped and getting, on the live. Don't. No. Bitch. You better be set it off in this hole. You better be some Frankies, goddammit. Goddammit. Okay. Anyway. I love y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. I am so sorry. I had went off on my own rant. Okay. So sorry. What if I'm on a rant? So that was fun. That was really fun. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you enjoyed the scenery and things like that. Hope you have a good night. Hit that subscribe and that like button. And of course, as we go out, I always give you the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm unapologetic, saying being unapologetic because I know how. And this is your late night, early morning news segment with a little cussing, a little soul, a little love, a little teaching, a little understanding, a little one-on-one, and a little each one teach one. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Now, let's move the fuck on. You all. You just think that right here. Check this out. This right here.
Hey, dog.